That ending, though, oh my god, the end of this episode was just so emotional, symbolic. But before I get to that, let me start in order from the beginning. Now, Kirito, he busted in there, told Sinon to run, and he got his ass whooped. I mean, really? He was on top of that little bastard at one point and punching the shit out of him. Then he got the roles reversed. And words cannot explain how far my jaw dropped. I'm talking about like cartoon level jaw dropping when he got stuck with the needle. But of course, just by coincidence and by fate, he still had the heart monitor thing on, so he was saved. But I was like, is Kirito about to die? Is he really about to die right now? Because I mean, I couldn't think of any way that he would be safe, and he looked like he was hurt, but it was just the fear and maybe the pain from being punched in the face so many times. But just based on his reaction and the needle, well, the syringe obviously been pushed in, I thought that Kirito was in danger, man. Oh my god, that don't scare me like that ever again. Some people are saying it's bullshit that he so happened to stick Kirito in the exact same spot where the heart monitor thing was, out of his entire body. That's like, what, not even an inch? But I'm just happy Kirito's still alive. But Sinon had to finish the job, and she knocked him the fuck out. And it really reminded me of when she was younger, how she had to step it up to save someone else, even though Kirito wasn't in any danger, but just the fear that got over him, he could have been. But it's nice to see Sinon actually, getting that strength back and just saying, hey, look, someone's about to die if I don't do something, and bam. As I was watching this, I was kind of disappointed that Kirito did not get to face the asshole's brother, the one that was in Sword Art Online with him. I really wanted him to meet him face to face so they can settle their differences, or Kirito can have a word with him. But I guess it's best that he didn't, because if he got his ass whooped by the younger brother, he would get demolished by the older brother, in my opinion. But I don't know, when he first met Asuna, the asshole that tried to cut him in the parking lot back in part 1, he handled him pretty well, so who really knows what happened with Kirito there. I thought he was about to whoop that boy's ass. But anyway, it was just kind of disappointing to see that they were both already arrested, and we didn't really get a good look at his face. Even in the flashbacks, we didn't get a good look at his face. So I really wanted Kirito to be the one to say, it's you, and them have some type of epic fight, or maybe even Kirito goes to the jailhouse he's in and confronts him there. That may happen in the next few episodes. I was just expecting them to meet face to face before he got arrested. But that letter that he gave to Kirito sometime during the middle of the episode, that gives me hope that they will meet, because he says blatantly that this is not over, I'm going to kill your bitch ass. So hopefully they will meet up, because I mean, it's been such an emotional thing for Kirito throughout the first 14 episodes, so I think they deserve to meet face to face, and Kirito deserves some type of closure and actually see the face of the person that did all this. But for him to say that we will meet again, it's not over, he must have some plan, which means the third asshole, I forget his name, I forgot all their names, honestly, I'm sorry. He must have some connections to the place that he's about to go to, or maybe the person that sent Kirito in the first place, the guy that Kirito and Sinon sat down and talked to, maybe he is that person, even though that's not his name. Maybe some name change, I don't know. Maybe they only know his game name and not his real name, but I'm pretty sure he's going to help him out in some way. But it has to happen before the series is over with. Kirito has to meet Zaza, Death Gun, Sturban, whatever the hell you want to call him. He has to. And let's talk about these three, I don't like using this word, but these three bitches, man, that walked up to Sinon with a fucking loaded BB gun. At first, I thought it was like a real gun, and when she tried to pull the trigger, I was like, is this chick really trying to kill Asada? Like, for real? Like, where do they do this at? But I'm glad Sinon took the gun and showed her, hey, this is how you shoot a fucking gun. And it turned out to be a BB gun. I'm like, that's a sigh of relief. But if you shoot somebody in the face at that range with any BB gun, that shit still hurts. You could lose a fucking eye to that. So they still are bitches in my opinion. But that scene was awesome. Sinon was able to take the gun from her and show her how it's done and actually aim at a can like a badass and hand it back over without freaking out in front of them. Although she kind of did lose it afterwards, but she says it's the first step. So, you know, I really can't blame her because she did overcome a lot of things gun related, but that really was an awesome scene. Just for her to show up those bullies and say, hey, this is how the fuck you shoot a gun, and it was just epic. But when Kirito showed up at her school and said, what are you doing after this? I'm like, is this guy asking her out on a date? Like, Kirito, what about Asuna? And then I saw Asuna in the very next scene. I was like, oh, okay, this makes more sense. And when he introduced Asuna and Liz, I was like, dude, you called her your friend. Why didn't you call her your girlfriend? So is Kirito trying to be a pimp on a slide? I doubt it, but I mean, I just thought too much about that scene. I'm horrible with names, I'm sorry, but the part where Sinon said the asshole boy, his reality was in Gun Gale Online, and she needs to see him one more time. I'm like, really? I mean, that scene, it sounded like she was trying to stick up for him or make an excuse for him. I'm like, did you forget that he stuck a syringe in your side, threatened to kill you, and basically molested you and could have and probably would have raped you? I'm like, why are you making excuses for this guy? But I guess it can be viewed as she actually understands how he feels. I mean, not that she would kill or rape anyone, you know, God forbid. But I think after being in that game for a long time and Kirito, her, and obviously the asshole boy wanting to get stronger by, you know, escaping into a game, I think she can understand how he feels. I mean, why does everyone have to go into a virtual game to get stronger? I mean, why can't they just play the game to have fun? But when Kirito said, hey, I told my girl about what you did, and just Shinon's face, like, how could you? That was immediately just taken away by the beautiful scene right after that, and oh my god. But when that mother and child first stepped out the back room, I wasn't sure what to make of it. I thought maybe it was the killer's, maybe it was his wife, maybe it was her mom or something, but I mean, she would recognize her mom, and she didn't really seem to know them at first, so I'm not sure why, but I just thought of so many people that it could be, but never would I have thought that it was actually the clerk behind the counter. But damn, man, just seeing her say that I'm sorry it took me this long to come to you and say thank you, and you not only saved my life, but you saved the little bun that was in my oven the whole time. But the best part of the episode has to be when the child gave her the drawing and said, thanks for saving mom and me. And when she put her hand on her, the Sinon, the Gun Gale Online avatar Sinon, dropped her gun right when the little girl touched her hand, symbolizing that she can put down the gun and that she has finally reached the strength that she wanted to achieve in the real world. That part can be interpreted in different ways, but that's what I got out of it, and that's honestly what I think the author was trying to portray when he made this scene. But it was just awesome, man, just seeing her put down that gun and seeing her tear up and finally realizing that what she may have done may not have been the best thing to do. I mean, she could have shot him in the leg or the knee, or even, you know, shot his hand so he couldn't grab the gun from her. But regardless of what she did, she saved the life of that mother and child. And just seeing her finally realizing that, hey, it may not be all bad, she saved two awesome lives, that just made the entire episode for me. It was a really, really warm-hearted episode, and I'm just so happy at that ending. The last few minutes were just epic. And the guy at the bar, the black dude, I forgot his name, I was wondering where he is. Was he always behind the counter? Because why am I just now seeing him? So since Sinon put down the gun, does this mean she won't get into Gun Gale Online anymore? Because, I mean, we were pretty much told the reason she did was to get stronger and to get over her fear of guns and blah, blah, blah. So, with her being friends with Asuna and Liz and whatnot, does this mean she's going to join Alfheim again? Because that would be awesome. I wonder what she'll look like, what her avatar will look like. But are we done with Gun Gale Online? I mean, I understand there's still one more death gun, technically. And Zaza says that he will be back. But from my understanding, this is going up to 24, 25 episodes. So what else can they do besides take down the other guy? So, I mean, tell me what you guys think, because I have no idea. Because this episode, it seemed like a finale, an awesome one at that. I would not complain if this was the end, but I really do want to see Kirito confront Zaza. That may be what the next episode is about, since it's titled Debriefing, so who knows. But tell me what you guys thought about this episode. How awesome and how touching was that last scene. And I forgot to mention, I have to give props to my man Kirito and Asuna for setting this meeting up between Sinon and that mother and daughter. Kirito knows how to please the women, doesn't he? But tell me what you guys thought. This has been jbDAuchiha. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.